Today we get a reminder that steroids are bad. Hi everyone, welcome to today's research-informed badge cam lesson here at Active Self-Protection. I'm your host, John Carrillo.
I'm your co-host, Mike Williver. Today's video comes to us from not far from where we are standing in Phoenix, Arizona.
Lucky Gunner is my recommended trusted provider of Freedom seeds for range or defensive use. In-stock, good prices, and rocket-fast shipping are why I go back again and again. Because of new guidelines, I can't link their site or say it, but you're smart and you can find it with a simple Google search. Stick it to the man by paying them a visit today.
This one begins with an officer seeing a guy driving about 10 miles an hour under the speed limit down a road that's actually very near my house. And I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna be like, why is that a big deal? I can tell you on that particular road, it's a 40 mile an hour zone. This guy's driving about 30. Most people down that road drive about 60. And I'm not joking and not exaggerating there. It's literally a half mile from my house. I drive it all the time. I'm not saying I drive that fast, but many people do. So this guy is really obstructing traffic and is kind of dangerous. It's gonna go bonkers right away. So let's listen into the badge cam.
What is your problem?
What is your problem? You're following me.
You're the one that's going out, yelling at me, doing whatever.
I wasn't yelling at you. I wasn't yelling at you.
There's a speed limit down Cactus.
I
Do you know what the
wasn't
speed
going
limit
past
is?
it when I was trying to
Do you
get
know what the
behind
speed
you.
limit is?
35, 40
It
miles
is
an
40.
hour.
You were traveling 30. You need to be at 40.
That lady right there was just going so slow you couldn't have to go around her to get to me, dude. You ain't gonna
Yeah,
fuck
and you
shit.
go around her and then you stop again? What is your problem with it?
No,
You
I did not
obviously want
stop
my
again.
attention.
I did not stop
What do
again.
you need?
I did not
What
stop.
do you need?
Why are you following me, motherfucker?
I am not following you.
Yeah, you fucking are.
Give me your driver's license.
Fuck you.
Give me your driver's
Fuck
license.
you.
Give me your driver's
Fuck you.
license. Do you have
Fuck,
any
what
weapons?
did you pull me over for? What is
For
the
driving
reason?
under the
No,
speed
you
limit.
fucking did.
Yes, I did.
No, you fucking
Yes, I
did.
Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
fucking
I
did.
already told you.
Motherfucker,
Already
this is
told you.
illegal.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. Fuck
No,
you.
it
I
is
ain't giving
not.
you
Give me
shit.
your driver's
Get
license.
your fucking superior here right now.
For what?
Get your fucking
Give me your
superior here, you
driver's license.
fucking funk.
Give me your driver's license.
Back the fuck up.
Give me
Get your
your driver's
superior.
license.
Fuck you. Get your superior. Fuck you. Get your superior. Fuck you.
For what?
Because you're fucking pulling me over,
Nope.
fucking with me for no reason.
Nope, I already told you. You were
You're a
driving
punk
under the
ass
speed
bitch.
limit.
Fuck you.
Sir, there is no need to yell. I need your driver's license.
No, go get a superior.
He's
you
on
just
his way.
fucking
He's on
tracked
his
me
way.
down.
He's on
stopped
his way.
me, sat back
He is
there.
on his way.
Did you not just sit back
He is
there?
on his way.
Did you not
Sir,
just fucking
okay.
sit back there?
Sir,
I don't
was-
give a fuck what Ashley
I was
has you
doing a
doing.
record check on your plate.
Fuck
you
your
need to
mother,
relax.
fucking asshole.
I need to see your driver's
Fuck
license,
you.
please.
Fuck you.
This-
Fuck you.
this is a traffic
Fuck you.
stop.
Get your motherfucking superior. I know
He's
the
on
fucking
his way.
law.
You want him to magically pop up? He is on his way.
Fuck your
I
fuck-
called
I will
for
get the
him.
fucking
He's on
license
his
when he
way. I
fucking
need your
gets
driver's
here.
license.
Fuck you, you
Do
fucking.
you have any weapons in the car?
I'm gonna fucking not. Ugh. Get the fuck away from me. You're fucking illegal as fuck right now, kid, and you know
How?
you are.
How is this illegal?
Tracking me down, stalking me, you little fucking
I
turd.
saw your driving
Your
behavior.
dick's all
and I-
tiny and shit, and everybody knows it.
Just unhappy traffic stop.
What the fuck? You
He's
just
on his
passed a
way.
lady going fucking 0 miles an
Sir, are you
hour.
gonna provide your driver's license?
Fuck you, bitch. Get your superior.
Okay. You need to identify yourself with a driver's
My
license.
name is fucking Sam fucking Perone.
What is your birthday?
E.
What is your birthday?
What's your birthday?
You don't need my birthday. What is your
Fuck
birthday?
you. You don't
I
need
need to
to know my
identify
shit.
you.
What did you pull me over for?
I
Why did
already
you stop?
told you.
Why did you stop, you little punk ass bitch? Why did you stop?
Because
Park
I saw
there.
you stop,
Park
you
there.
exited, and you
Then
threw
why
your
didn't you
hands up
stop
at me.
then?
I was
Why
waiting
didn't
for you
you
to pass
fucking
by
stop
so I could
then?
conduct the traffic stop.
You're fucking scared, you little bitch. That's why.
Sir, I need your driver's
Fuck
license.
your
please.
mother. Go get your goddamn superior.
He's on his way. I
Fuck
already
your mother,
explained this to
bitch.
you.
Get out of my
Can I
face.
have your driver's license?
Fuck your mother, bitch. Get
You
out
have
of my
insurance,
face.
registration, and your driver's
Fuck
license,
you.
please.
Shut up. There it is. There's my fucking. No,
That's it.
fuck you. I ain't
I don't
handing
know
you
who you-
shit. Fuck you. I ain't handing you shit.
Sir, do you have
I
insurance?
ain't handing you shit.
Do you have insurance?
Back the fuck up.
I am not backing up.
Back the fuck up off me.
Do you have insurance?
Yeah.
Can I see it, please?
No, not until you fucking get a superior.
He's on his way.
You ain't doing shit. I want a lawyer
If you
before I
want to
say
speed
another
this
fucking
process
thing
up,
to you.
I need to see your insurance.
Shut your fucking pig mouth.
I need to see
All right,
your insurance,
bitch, get
please.
back.
I'm not getting back. I need to see your insurance, please.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Are you failing to provide
Fuck
your
you.
insurance?
You're failing to fucking follow the law, sir. This is illegal.
I
What
already
you're...
explained
This
to
is
you.
fucking
You're not
illegal
agree
what you're
with it.
fucking
Back
doing.
up.
You
Back
back
up.
the fuck
I'm
up.
not backing
You
up.
back the fuck
Back
up. I ain't
up.
backing the fuck
Back
up.
up.
I ain't backing the fuck
Back
up.
up.
You back to fucking grab that shit, motherfucker.
I am not grabbing it. There's
Yeah,
no need for
you
me to
little
grab my
fucking
gun.
punk.
Back
Little
up.
fucking punk.
Sir,
Fuck
up.
you.
Back
Get the
up.
fuck off of me. Get your fucking hands off
I
me.
need to know you in here.
No, you're not gonna fucking arrest me.
Sir, back up. Back up.
You back the fuck up.
Back up.
You back
Dude,
the fuck
back
up.
up.
Get your fucking hand
Stop.
off me.
You cannot touch me.
You
Stop.
should not fucking
Back
touch
up.
me.
I told you to back up. Dude, please,
Again?
please stop.
Again?
Please stop walking up on me.
I'm in my goddamn
Back
car.
up. Back up.
Nice. All right, come on, bitch.
Step it up. We're fighting.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on with it. 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 Come on. Fucking go back. Need help?
Sir, back up.
Shit. Oh.
A bystander in the apartment complex across the street was filming it on their phone as well. So we can see the end of the fight because the officer's badge cam fell off. You saw a bystander show up. You heard the officer say, "Sir, get away." So the guy is going to go for the officer's gun eventually after throwing many punches at the officer. When he goes for his gun, the officer draws it. Our bad guy had actually hit the magazine release, so it dropped the officer's mag out. The officer got one shot off, and that hit our anger management dropout in the leg, and that put him down. So he has been arrested. He is facing quite the number of charges for his assault on this police officer. You know, I think we can say this guy obviously is not a very good human and is doing some bad stuff. And I think we can also say that, hey, officer, we maybe could have handled this one a little better.
Although he did, you know,
He did,
he was,
you know, he got in there, threw some fists. Oof, lesson time. Now, Mike, I do know some people are going to be frustrated with my initial analysis here. And I want to say that, again, this is a dangerous road. People really haul butt down this road. I know that from personal experience. This is literally like a half mile from my house. But the officer really didn't do a very good job here of de-escalating conflict in the beginning. I feel like he got caught in a verbal loop. He got caught in a respect demand. And instead of kind of just trying to, okay, sir, tell me what's going on here. Are you okay? Maybe coming out of the car and saying, are you all right, sir? You're going pretty slow down this road. I want to make sure you're okay. And approaching it from that angle, it got into an ego contest with a guy who's definitely all filled out. This dude, he definitely lifts and he's all kinds of angry. And I feel like that lack of de-escalation skills didn't help this at all.
yeah, he might as well have started with, do you even lift, bro? Or something like that, something equally snarky. Yeah, listen, as the law enforcement officer in the situation, you have to check your ego at the door and not let somebody else's lack of respect bother you. Remember what I always say? They're not talking to you. They're talking to the badge, to the uniform, to the police car, to the authority, to the government, to whomever. They don't know you. Their respect level for you is kind of irrelevant to the situation. I will dispel one thing off the bat. Impeding the flow of traffic is a stoppable offense in all 50 states, as far as I know. If you are going 30 on a stretch of road where everyone else is doing, 55, 60, 65 miles an hour, that does create a danger. That disparity in speed can cause danger. If you decide to change lanes or whatever, it could cause an accident. So just something to bear in mind.
It really is, right? So I do think, again, he's like, oh, call your supervisor. So, it's okay to go, all right, sir, I get it. No problem. Tell me what's going on. Because clearly this is a lot for just us, you and me talking in a traffic stop. Are you okay today? What's going on in your day today? Are you all right? Like, I'm just here to help, man. I don't want to give you a hard time. That might have done that, man. Hey, look, my name is John. Instead of going, oh, I need your ID, give me that. And the guy's told him that. Now, if you go Google search this guy, he's on the no-go list for at least 2 bars in town that I can find. And so, he's a known hothead and a known problematic child. So clearly this guy failed his anger management classes at some level. And I do think there's a lesson for those of us as private citizens too, man. Holy crap. All right, you might be frustrated that a cop is going to write you a ticket, but maybe chill out, because the alternative is maybe you get a bullet in the leg.
Yeah, this guy, like you said, anger management dropout. He's an angry guy, and I won't cast any aspersions as to how he got as muscular as he is, and whether or not that has anything to do with the level of anger he's demonstrating here. But I will say that I think maybe a strategy here is break off with the guy. All right, you wait by your car. I'm going to call my supervisor. We'll talk in a minute, and just break off contact. Here's why. As we saw, this guy's a big, angry, violent guy, and capable of doing a lot of damage. I love and respect this officer for going toe-to-toe, with a little thunderbolt and lightning, and not, relying on his less lethal necessarily. But this is a guy who, if things go wrong, if he gets me on the ground or he pushes me over, I hit my head, I go unconscious, bad things happen. I would have preferred maybe just break off with the guy. All right, I'll be by my car. You wait by your car, wait for my sergeant to show up, and then wait to actually approach him until you have a little bit of help.
Well, and especially because you got a big, angry guy here, right? Hey, I do need supervision. I need some help. Code 3, not code 3 necessarily, but step it up. Okay, man, I'm going to wait for my supervisor to get here. You wait by your car. I'll wait by mine. And that way you've got a bunch of backup if you end up going hands-on with this guy who can help you. Because, again, I've done some murder yoga, and I do the martial arts thing, but I don't want to fight a guy this big. I got 19 years of martial arts study, and I want to avoid fighting a guy this big if I can. Now, that said, I think the officer was in the right here in the end of things. I just think his approach wasn't great. I think he didn't have the skills to leave that alone. Now, I know some people are going to go, but the officer put his hands on him first. Did you notice that big nod in that the guy did? And look at his posture here. His veins popping out of his shoulder, his shoulders back, his head forward. This guy's clearly a physical threat in this moment. So the officer sticking his hand out to stop the guy in his advance is really not a big deal. And I don't think most people recognize this, Mike, but in Arizona, any assault on a police officer, and this could qualify as assault on a police officer, putting the officer at fear that you were about to imminently physically assault him, is because they're a protected person, it's an aggravated assault. So he's committing a felony, what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I'll say this about that. You have to be able to, as a law enforcement officer, articulate things later in reports. One of the things that's important to be able to articulate clearly in a report, in verbal report and a written report, is why did I do what I did during such incident, whatever it was. So he's going to have to be able to say exactly why he put his hand up. He was too close. John can tell you this is a fisheye convex lens we're looking at, and therefore this guy is inches away from the officer. He's very, very close. He only looks as far away as he does because of the nature of the lens that's being used. I think being confident in, like I say all the time, knowing you are where you are legally, you're doing what you're doing legally, you have a legal right to be there, all that's established. I don't have to worry about any of that. Now, can I go hands-on with a guy? Should I go hands-on with a guy? And be able to articulate why you did that. And if nothing else, all anyone has to do here is go back and look at this badge cam over again to explain why the officer was feared for his safety. This guy's clearly super duper aggro, and I feel like at this point less lethal is authorized, quite frankly.
I don't disagree with that at all. Remember, officers, you have tools on your belt, and I really admire that this officer was willing to use Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary, right? He was willing to bang with this guy. Tells me the officer is pretty confident in his own empty-handed skills, which, hey, props to him for that. But you do have tools for a reason, and I think that there were some times to use that, because he backs the guy off and the guy slaps his hand away. Again, that's, by the law of Arizona, that's an aggravated assault. That's a felony that he just did. Could get him in big trouble all by itself. They don't always charge that as a felony, but they can. And so, again, it's time to go, hey, man, I'm gonna wait by my car till my sergeant gets here. You wait by yours. And now the guy's going to decide, oh, okay, I'm going to take a swing at the officer here in just a second. Because the officer's like, look, man, I need you to back off and not approach me so closely. And the guy takes a swing at the officer. And I don't care what else is going on. As a private citizen, an officer who pulls you over, even if you hate it, don't fight him on the side of the road. Because the best case scenario is you're going to get arrested. You fight an officer on the side of the road, literally the best case scenario is you end up in jail facing serious charges, or you end up shot like this guy is, or maybe killed. This is just stupid on a colossal level. There's literally no scenario this goes okay for this guy, Mike.
Yeah, understand something. If you assault a police officer or kill a police officer, if you get away initially from that initial contact, you're not getting away, okay? The police are going to find you. This is the number one thing not to do is assault or kill a police officer, because the police are going to be very, very dogged in their pursuit of you. You're going to be found and you're going to be caught and you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life. I will point one thing out. If if you rewind a little bit and see just prior to him taking the swing, his little nuanced pre-attack indicator is he has stuff in his both hands, in both of his hands. He has like keys and I don't know, maybe a wallet in the other hand. He clears that left arm. He clears that left hand to strike him. Just something to think about. If you see someone who all of a sudden, you know, we'll say like takes off a shirt or takes a hat, cowboy hat off or whatever, those are pre-attack indicators. I think that was something he might have picked up on. Also, as John said earlier, don't be this close. There's no reason to be up on this guy right now. You don't want to go one-on-one if you can avoid it. You don't want to wait for backup. So just let him mill around. I understand why he's so close. He doesn't want the guy to get back in the car and then initiate a vehicle pursuit, because those are dangerous. But at the same time, I think the juice wasn't quite worth the squeeze. I'd rather see him just back off and wait for another officer to get there.
Yeah, remember, as Chris Rock is famous for saying, though, if the police have to chase you, they are bringing an ass-kicking with them, and you better be ready for that. Now, officer decides, okay, I'm going to bang. I want you to note, our guy decided here he wanted to take a kick, so he's been trained. He's got some martial arts training because he's throwing kicks as well. Now, notice here, he takes some time to throw his stuff into the car, and now it's going to be on. The officer has a second here where he's got a little bit of space. Here's where your tools come in, officer. Yeah, if he deployed the taser here, no problem. If he deployed his OC spray, no problem. Maintain a little bit of distance by ducking around this guy's car to get your tools out, I think would have been wise. Now, this officer, I think, is confident in his empty-handed skills. That's awesome. I got to tell you, I'm not a, dude, I'm 5'10", 200 now, 205. I'm pretty muscular. I've got 19 years of martial arts study. I don't want to go hands-on with a guy like this, Mike.
Yeah, when I started in law enforcement back in the late 1900s, it was, I think, the first department I worked for. As a sworn officer, we had a PR-24 and pepper spray. There was no taser yet. These are things that can be overly relied on sometimes, and John and I will criticize sometimes that people bust out the fill in the blank, the pepper spray, the taser a little too soon. It isn't quite time for that yet. This guy, listen, John and I talked about this on the pre-brief. We love his heart. We love his warrior spirit. We love the fact that he's willing to go hands-on, and juke and fight and box with this guy. But that's not really your job. As much fun as it is to have a fist fight with a suspect, you really need to get in there and use your less lethal tools at this point. I think a taser actually would have been a great option. John, can you tell me, I'm not a taser expert, is a taser, for example, more effective on someone who's as big and muscular with as low body fat as this guy? Does that make a difference?
It probably doesn't make a difference. The fact of the matter is, though, that he's wearing light clothing. That's going to really help. So this is kind of an ideal use case. He's wearing light, fairly form-fitting clothing. He's wearing a pair of gym shorts. So, this is kind of, and the fact of the matter is he's got all those muscles, which probably means the barbs are going to stick in him pretty good. So you've got a pretty high likelihood of a taser being effective here, as long as you get both barbs in him, right? So you get both prongs in him, and you probably get that. But he doesn't even try that, which, again, the guy's closing distance. All right, fine. Sometimes it's time to bang, and our officer's like, all right, let's go. And he did call it in. Hey, man, step it up. We're having a fight. Let's go. And listen, I want you to recognize here, a fight is chaotic. A fight is crazy. Now, I really honor here, Mike, as we transition to the cell phone camera, the bystander who sees this officer in a fracas, in a Donnybrook, and he decides to get involved to help. I really think, even if you don't like the police, then helping a police officer get somebody into custody if they need help, it saves lives, and that's a very good thing. But you heard the officer here say, sir, get away. And if an officer says to you, get away, there's only one thing to do. Get away.
Yeah, I'm going to add something to that. I have tremendous respect for citizens who aren't trained, who see an officer in trouble like this, and stop to try to render some assistance, to try to lend some assistance, I should say. You see a cop having a dust up with a roided up looking, super muscular aggro guy like this. A lot of people be like, I'll call 911 and tell him he needs help or whatever. To stop and get out of your car and go help is tremendously, tremendously admirable in my opinion. What John said is very, very true. If the officer says, hey, man, back off, there's a reason. That reason might be that we're about to be in a shooting. So I think that's critical to keep your ears open and your eyes open. This wasn't a situation, I think, where he could be like, officer, do you need me to help you? He just figured, well, this is going poorly. I'm going to try to help. If the officer says, beat it, back off, step away, let go, whatever, important that you're listening up for that, because if that's the case, what we saw happen here might be the thing that's about to happen, and you want to get the heck out of Dodge.
You don't want to make it worse for the officers, what you don't want to do, right? You don't want to make things more complicated. And when you're a bystander, he's now responsible to keep you safe as well. So if you do ask, okay, that's a great thing too. But if he says, if you just jump in there and then he goes, sir, get away. The other problem with just jumping in there is he might think you're jumping in there against him, not for him. So not the case in this particular one. And again, I honor this private citizen. I think that that was pretty cool. Now watch what the officer is going to end up doing here. He tells the guy to get away from him. And our guy is kneeing our officer, getting after him. Now watch what happens right there. Did you notice there? Look at our officer's posture. His right elbow is down. He's lowered his right elbow. He's protecting his gun there. And in the news reports and in the release from Phoenix PD, this guy made a grab for the officer's gun and ejected the magazine out of the officer's gun. And we can see that on the camera here with the officer digging his right elbow down. That's good tactics. And retaining your pistol. Officers, when you're working on your retention skills of your firearm, this is critically important stuff, because if he gets that gun out, he's going to kill you with it.
Yeah, so I talked to John before we hit the record button about this. I used to have my last duty weapon, I should say, was a P320, womp womp. The one before that was a Glock 17, and I had actually put a mag release extender on there because it was just easier for me to drop the mag when I'm shooting, when I'm qualifying or training or whatever. And so my mental up there was, okay, that might have been a bad idea. It never occurred to me until today watching this video. Hadn't occurred to me that might be a problem when someone goes to grab your gun, they could disable it or release the mag in the middle of a fight like this. But there's your mental rep, right? Something to think about. If you have an extended mag release on your gun, maybe consider removing it, going back to the standard one. Or, as John might suggest, consider getting a firearm, a sidearm that doesn't have a push button release. What kind of gun would that be, John?
Yeah, this is there is a slight advantage here to having, and again, so I'm a brand ambassador for HK. The VP9 with the paddle magazine release is way less susceptible to this, and we don't see this all the time. We've only had a few instances on camera that somebody's bumped the mag release like this, or grabbed at the gun and gotten the magazine to release. So I don't think this is a huge problem. And don't hear this as an anti-Glock screed or anything like that. I think a Glock is a fine firearm, and I don't have any problems with them. I carried a Glock 19 for a number of years. I do agree with you, Mike, that an extended magazine release, I just don't think is a good idea, because it's more apt to hang up on stuff. And if you look at your gun in its holster, that magazine release is susceptible, if the guy tries to grab it, to being bumped on things and to knocking your magazine out. The paddle magazine release, like the VP9 has, like the P30 has, is not susceptible to that, not nearly as susceptible. In Phoenix PD, I know many striker fire guns, they are allowed. Again, nothing wrong with a Glock, just a thing to kind of think about. And there's a reason I really like that paddle magazine release, because it's less susceptible in a fight to being bumped while it's in the holster. That goes for concealed carriers too. It's one of the reasons that I love my P30. So again, a very small thing here. Now, he does bump the magazine out of the officer's gun, so that when the officer is able to get a little positional dominance and get the gun out, he has ye oldie moose cock here all of a sudden, which is, again, Pat, rest in peace. May Pat Rogers rest in peace. That gun comes out, the magazine hits the deck, he gets one shot on the guy, and thankfully that one shot was enough, even though it was in the leg. Now again, he's in an entangled fight, so that first shot might very well be kind of in the pelvic girdle, even in the legs, and allows you to kind of zip him up from there. I think it's entirely justified, this shot. I do think, though, what you saw here is you saw the officer try to figure out what was going on. Remember, if you get bang, click, run the action, click, then no matter what, change the magazine out in the gun. Don't even worry about, is it something going on in the existing mag? Is the existing mag gone? Don't even diagnose it. Click, clear, click, change the magazine. And thankfully, he didn't need any more here. But these little things in training, Mike, can be the difference between life and death.
Yeah, this is why we train like we fight. So we talked in a recent video about, hey, if you're going to train, ground fighting, if you're going to train, standing fighting or gun retention drills or whatever, it's important to do that the same way that you fight. That means wearing whatever uniform you wear every day. If you're like me and a former, if you're a federal agent or parole or probation, you don't have a uniform, right? You put on a outer duty vest, a carrier, plate carrier, whatever, and a duty belt, and you go to town doing your job. Wearing that stuff in training, getting in the mat room with all that stuff on is critical ahead of time, so that if you end up on the ground with someone rolling around, okay, these are where my tools are. This is what's going to hang up on stuff. This is what's going to poke me in the side. I need to be ready for that. It's one of those things. Just be familiar with what it's going to be like in the real world if, God forbid, you end up in a fight like this.
Yeah, you don't want to end up in a fight like this. I love, here at the very end, some other private citizens saw this really going down, stopped to help. Now we finally see a couple of cruisers, two coming hot, right? Coming code 3. and with lights and sirens on. Great, but none of them got there in time, right? None of them were there in time in order to affect the outcome of the fight. This officer had to protect himself. I do think there are some lessons here in de-escalation at the beginning, especially the very beginning of how this one showed up. Like sometimes a little softer and a little bit of slowing your roll can prevent stuff like this. But this guy is all roid raged up. Again, I don't know that he's on steroids. I'm not accusing him of that. I'm saying he's all big and muscular and mad at the world. So, okay, like you can't de-escalate people. Only they can de-escalate themselves. Once the fight started, I think this officer handled himself pretty good, and I would say he covered his ass.